guys, and welcome back to Project Z Garage. In today's video we're going to be adding some spacers to the BMW F10 535i M Sport. We currently are running M Sport 20-inch I think they're 343. I believe they're 343 wheels. I could be wrong. They're M343. They're M Sport wheels. I always mix up the numbers, but these are 20 by 8.5 in the front, 20 by 9. We're running 245 35s in the front, 275 30s in the rear. And the kit that we're going to be using to put the spacers on, we have here. These are, if I remember correctly, Turner Motorsports. This is their flush kit that they sell. I actually got this off the forums. I think it's the Beamer forums. So it's pretty much the entire kit. If you go, I believe you can get them from ECS Tuning or from Turner Motorsports, with whichever one, and it comes with the spacers and the extended lugs to put them on. Their flush kit comes with a, let's see what we have here. I don't know if you can see that. 12.5 millimeter spacer on the front and a 15 millimeter spacer on the rear. We have the longer wheel studs. Let me see if I can find the regular wheel studs so you can see what the difference in length is. I think I have one over here. It's normal size. So those are that's your normal size, and this is your extended studs. So it's very important to have extended studs when running these spacers, because you need to have enough thread to be safe to drive on the road. The last thing you want to do is a wheel falling off while you're driving. Very dangerous. Another thing that you can use with this that's helpful, also these are a 17 millimeter. It's always cool to have these wheel nut sockets which protect your rim. It has a little plastic or, you know, urethane covering so you don't scratch your wheels. I'll put this in the link in the description below. I'll put links in the description below to our Amazon affiliate links that we use. So these are cool to have. Always need those. Another cool thing to have that I have on the other side are these kind of what do you call these rods that you put in, and it helps you to get the wheel on and not damage your calipers like we have here. We did the M Sport Brembo 4-piston caliper upgrade on this F10. Really cool upgrade. I'll put a link in the description below, or just check out the other videos that I have in this thing to see on YouTube, and you can see how we did this upgrade. Really cool. And you could get these on Amazon. I'm sure a lot of people sell them. I have a bunch for the cars, for the Beamer, for the Audi. They're all different sizes. I believe this one is supposed to be, I know the Mercedes is M14 by 1.5. I believe this one is, let's see, I believe this is M14 by 1.25. So just so you know. And they usually come in sets of 2. I think I got these off of Amazon too, so I'll throw this in the description to our affiliate links. I mean, they're not very expensive. They're a lot cheaper than getting the ones from some of the big name brands. And they're aluminum, so they hold up pretty well. I haven't had any problems with them. The only thing I see people complain about is that it has this let me take it out of that bag so you guys can see. So it has this like diamond pattern for you to have better, I guess, grip when turning it off. And some people don't like this because if you put your rim on and you like just rest it on this, it's kind of like a file, right? So you have to be very careful when putting your wheel on. Try to get it over the tip and then lift it up and slide it over so that you don't damage your wheels while putting it on. But, you know, a cheap alternative. I'll put the links in the description below. But very handy. Makes putting the wheels on a lot easier, especially if you use 2 at a time. Just helps you to center everything up. and you're not worried about the wheel falling and damaging your caliper or the rim itself. So let's get to it. Really simple procedures to get this done. We could bang it out. Alright guys, so it's pretty straightforward. You screw the post in that you're going to be using. You know what we're going to do here is slide this on and get that situated. It's also a good idea maybe to put a little bit of anti-seize on the actual spacer itself. This way, if you need to remove it at any point in time, you can. They do put these little slices in it so that you can get like a screwdriver or something behind there to pry it off. But I always think it's a good idea to put a little bit, a dab on each corner, just to make life easier later on. And as you can see, it fits really good. These are what do you call it? These have the center bore on it, so this makes it easier for the wheel to be centered on everything. It also stops, you know, it helps prevent vibrations and things like that in case you bolt the wheel on slightly imperfectly, which can cause some problems, especially on inferior spacers. So it's always good to have these what do you call this, Al, where the center has this piece here for the wheel to sit on, the hub.
Yeah,
right, it's a hub centric spacer. That's
correct.
what it is, hub centric spacers. So pretty much we got that on. Let me grab the wheel, we'll put it on, we'll do a test fit. We're running these spacers just to give a little more clearance on the calipers, but then also it's gonna fill out the wheel wells a lot better, and I think it'll look a little more flush, you know, give us that flush look that we're going for. Still haven't figured out what wheel we want to use on this car. Been going back and forth with some manufacturers, seeing who wants to work with us and kind of getting the look that we want. We want a kind of OEM plus look, but at the same time, you know, have that real concave aspect to the wheel and a little wider spacing so you guys can see the brakes and everything on the car. So I'm gonna grab the front wheel and let's put that on and get this bolted up. Alright guys, we're going to be setting the torque on these lug nuts to 103 foot-pounds. That's what it says in the... You gotta press the brake. There we go. I think it's 140 Newton meters. So make sure you guys torque your wheels. Never over, you know, tighten them, because it's gonna be a pain to come off. But there we go. And that's a 17 millimeter socket that we're using. And we can see there that the spacer's right there. We have good space away from the caliper. And just by looking at the car, you can kind of see how flush the fitment is. And it's going to go in a little bit once the car settles and sits on the ground. But that's kind of exactly where we want it to be. We'll double check, make sure there's no rubbing or anything like that. But, you know, the issue comes down to if you're lowered, the car is not lowered. This is stock M Sport suspension, so it's a little lower than factory. So if you have aftermarket coils, things like that, that can change a lot of the fitment of these products. Alright guys, we got the spacers on the front and back, 12.5 millimeters on the front, 15 millimeters on the back. Turner Motorsport spacers. These are the rare. As you can see, lots of space between the caliper and the rotors of the wheels, but these were stock, so there was never an issue back here. And you can see, I don't know if there's enough light, that those are 15 millimeters. Honestly, looking at it with the car up, it still looks kind of sunken in. It's definitely not as flush as the front right now. When we get it on the ground, we'll see how it looks, and then we'll have a better idea of you know, how the fitment is. If we need a bigger spacer in the back, maybe we'll run it like this for now. It's still better than it was before, and then once we get new wheels, we'll adjust for that. But let's see if we can get this down. Can it go in it? Is that all the way down?
It's not all the way down. I just took it so that it gets off the car.
This side's not off the car.
Really?
Alright, stop. Right, this is kind of settled.
Yeah.
This front is crazy.
The rear definitely is still in, but it's not that as it doesn't look as crazy as the air. It's more flush now than before. Like the right on the tire is dead even with it. On the front, the thread is even. You know what I'm saying? The rubber of the tire is even in the rear now, where the bulge is, but in the front, the tread is on the front on the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not by much.
I mean, it still needs to settle.
Yeah, but I don't think you're gonna see much of a difference now.
No?
No. I think this is it.
Alright, guys. So, as you can see, definitely the tire itself is pretty flush when you look at it that way. The front, which could be because of the new rotors and brakes, well, really the rotors,
Correct.
it's poking a little bit, but I think it still needs to settle. Maybe when it settles a little more, it'll go in a little more. So we'll drive it a little, see how it works. But that concludes this video, guys. Like, share, and subscribe, and tell me what you guys think, and we'll catch you in the next video.